I will love him. 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 I will love Syria, Syria. Nasi, Nahodi Nubi, Eti Madano, 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 Lydia Madano. I will bless him, adore him. I will praise his name to the ends of the world, and I will love him with my soul and all that is within me. I will bless you, adore you. I will praise your name to the ends of the world, and I will love you with my soul and all that is within me. He is the light of the world, resurrection and life. His salvation for the sinful and the rest for the weary. Such a wonderful man. He calls us to be his friends, to commune with him, to partake of his strength. So we will love him, we will love him, we will love him, we will love him. Jesus is the light of the world, resurrection and life. His salvation for the sinful and the rest for the weary. Such a wonderful man. He calls us to be his friends, to commune with him, to partake of his strength. So we will love him, we will love him, we will love him, we will love him. Eshirano, Amatono, Benidinaye, Medano, Medana, Miwomina. Eshirano, Amatono, Benidinaye, Syria, Medano, Medimikira, Miwomina. Medano, Medimikira, I will love him with my soul, with everything, with all that is within me. I will love him with my soul, all that is within me. I will love him, 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 I will love Eshirano, Namatono, Benidinaye. I will bless him, adore him. I will praise his name to the ends of the world. And I will love him with my soul and all that is within me. I will bless you, adore you. I will praise your name to the ends of the world. And I will love you with my soul and all that is within me. He is the light of the world, resurrection and life. His salvation for the sinful and the rest for the weary. Such a wonderful man. He calls us to be his friends, to commune with him, to partake of his strength. So we will love him, we will love him, we will love him, we will love him. Jesus is the light of the world, resurrection and life. His salvation for the sinful and the rest for the weary. Such a wonderful man. He calls us to be his friends, to commune with him, to partake of his strength. So we will love him, we will love him, we will love him, we will love him. Yeshirano, Amatono, Benidinaye, Medano, Medina, Yewomina. Yeshirano, Amatono, Benidinaye, Syria, Medano, Medimikira, Yewomina. I will love him, I will love him, I will love him.
Dela TV.
Dela
Dela
TV
TV
Live.
Live.
It's a
It's a
beautiful
beautiful
Sunday
Sunday.
afternoon, and we are here to bring you your most loved program, Perspectives, My Story and Inspiration. And we are transmitting live from the Kekeli Hotel right here in Ho, within the four walls of the EP headquarters right here. Welcome, you're welcome. Please join us. We'll be right back after this break, and I'll introduce to you our guest for today. Stay tuned.
I will love him. I will love him. Esirano, namato, tono, beini dinaye, osiria serie, medono medemekira, inewo mimunina. Esirano, namato, tono, beini dinaye, osiria serie, medono medemekira, inewo mimunina. Unisara shireno, ebondi mushirei fefebi ei. Anoba sunuma shirei, wakwai nukwari anikwa. Muni sutimbi aesino, nampo yeno mame no mesute no die eseyara, na enyo arata. Uniria singina hai, usaria ni yankwa, Yesu yankwa di mabalifua, aya humi mawana wabirenyina. Oh, Satan fumwa fui, watumi sadifere yense, yemira bediti, awane ponoso osi yembeti, na huodi nubi, eiti madano, medano, medano, nidia medano. I will bless him, adore him. I will praise his name.
Welcome back to Perspectives on Dela TV Live. I'm the Reverend DNA Afram, your regular host, and we are coming to you from the Kekeli Hotel right here in Ho. Like I always say, Kekeli Hotel is a home away from home. So anytime you come around here in the Volta region to Ho specifically, please do well to pass by, spend a day or two, and you'll never regret your time spent with us. Let me also use this opportunity to apologize for the long silence from us here at Dela TV Perspective specifically. The last transmission we had was, I think, on the 5th of December, where we interviewed the moderator of the General Assembly of the EPCG, the Right Reverend Dr. Lieutenant Colonel BDK Agbeko. He was here with us in our studios on that very day. And since then, we've not brought you any episode of Perspective. We really apologize for that. We are back now, and we are here to stay for good. Perspectives, my story and inspiration. Let me say a very big thank you also to the crew working hard behind the scenes to bring this to you on your screens, on your phones, or whatever gadgets you're using. Very big thank you to Aaron, to Ernest, to Mauli, to Gail, to Eric, and to Jones and Franklin Krelov, who is not here with us today. A very big thank you to all of you. Today we have another special guest, as always, in our midst, who will be interviewing the perspectives. We always delve into the lives of these people, bring you stories, bring you also lessons that we could learn, especially the youth of today and especially our congregation and everyone who is online and watching. She is Mrs. Perfect Aku Fiakojo Kubiti. She is the principal of the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute right here at Sokode Lokwe. Mama Perfect, you are welcome. In fact, I've been looking forward to interviewing you, and I've had Maoli tell me on a few occasions that you'll be coming, and I'm glad you are here today. Thank God that you are here today, because I know you've done a lot of work, especially in an area I would want to quiz you on, and that is has to do with the EPSU, that's the EP Students Union. But before we even get there, who is Auntie Perfect?
Wow. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy for the opportunity given me, and I'm happy to be here today.
Yes.
Who is perfect? All right, so like you mentioned, my name is Perfect Aku Fiakojo Kubiti, and I am from Hlemfi, 100% Hlemfi. My mother and father all come from Hlemfi.
Okay.
And we were 3.
Okay.
The only girl among the boys, and the eldest as well. And I was also born in Hlemfi.
Okay.
At the Hlemfi clinic.
Okay.
So everything is just linked to Hlemfi like that.
Everything is 100%, 100%.
Yes.
All right.
And so basically, that is me.
When you say you were 3, what do you mean? Are they no more? Or
yes,
they are no more?
Yes, they are no more.
So are you the only surviving?
Yes, I'm the only
one. Wow. I would want to know more about that. Okay, by the way, who are your parents?
My father was Alois is Komla Fiakojo.
Okay.
And my mother is Felicia Kafui Ajua Bimpe.
Okay.
And she is alive. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay. But you lost your father how many years ago?
I lost my father in 1989.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been long.
Long time ago in Bethlehem.
When we were young. And
okay.
So we were raised by a single mother.
Okay. Okay.
So that's it.
How was it growing up with a single mother? I mean, a single parent. Your mother. How was it?
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because everything lies on her. Our feeding, our health issues, our schooling, etc. And you know how it is.
Yeah.
Even when there are 2 parents in the house, it's not easy. And then it's only one person.
Okay.
But she has done her best for us, and that's why someone like me, I'm here today.
What was she doing at the time?
She was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
She was a teacher too. You see us roaming. You know teachers and the way they transfer them. So at least if we are talking about my education, I didn't have education at one point, just one place.
Okay.
I had in different towns before coming to settle in whole town.
All right. So you were moving about with your siblings like that?
Yes.
The 3 of you moving with your mother anywhere she went.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So
and
we started from at a point my father was at Nigeria.
Okay.
And so I can say we began from there.
Okay.
Before we came back to Ghana. And she was sent to this town near Peje.
Okay.
What's the name of it? Akomegbota.
Okay.
Your
mother.
My mother was sent there to teach.
Okay.
And so I think part of our primary education started from there. Akomegbota. I can remember. I think I had my class 1 there also.
Okay.
Before she was moved to Akwete.
Okay.
In the Agotime Petue district.
Yeah.
Then we went to Anyinawase.
Okay.
And then from Anyinawase to my hometown.
Okay. Hlemfi.
No, Todome, where my mom's mother comes from, my grandma.
Okay.
And then finally to Ho.
Okay.
To finish up.
All right. Yeah. So she retired here in Ho.
Yes, she retired.
All right. You said she was in Nigeria. Was it part of this Ghana Must Go thing? Was she part of Ghana Must Go?
Well, I can't tell.
But
what I was told is that my father was working there.
Okay.
And so she went there with us. So when your husband is somewhere, sometimes you visit. And you go and stay with.
Okay, but you just don't know if he came back because of the Ghana Must Go. So that I ask if you have one at home now that you used to remember.
As for Ghana Must Go, we all have Ghana Must Go in our homes.
Anyway, I understand. But then she's a single parent. She's also a teacher. Like we all say, salaries of teachers are nothing to write home about. Most teachers, excuse me to say. Did she have any side job? Maybe she traded. She had something else she was doing.
Growing up, I remember I sold buffalo before.
Wow.
I sold chicken before. I sold beef before. just to help her adapt to whatever she's earning. But those things didn't take long. It was just at a point in our lives that we did that. But when we got to Ho, we never did anything like that. Because when we got to senior high or senior secondary school, our uncle helped her with her school fees. And so the pressure reduced on her a bit.
Yeah. So would you say you were comfortable generally growing up with your siblings? I know she did well, but were you comfortable? Did you have everything you wanted?
I think I was. I was. I haven't found myself in a situation where I would say I needed something and she was not able to provide. And perhaps I realized where I was coming from. I realized the situation I found myself in. And so I was content with the little that she's able to provide for us. And so that made it. That made it. And we were so supportive. You know, we're supportive. Whatever is there is what is there. You can't have what you don't have.
Of course.
And so we were content.
All right. I don't wish to remind you of your pain, but at what age did you lose your other siblings, or what stage of your life?
In 2012, we lost our last born.
How old was he or she? He. You were the only female, right?
Yes, can I even remember? I think he was around 25.
Okay.
And then in 2019, we lost the last one, and he was around 35 or 30 something. Yes.
All right. May their gentle souls rest in perfect peace. So then now let's come to your education. You said you had moved with your mother. Anywhere she went, you moved with her. So you began from, where did you say? Akome.
Akome.
Yes, you began from Akome.
Primary school.
Okay.
I don't know whether at that time it was LA. Those times they were all LA or so.
Yes, I think so.
So we started from there. And then my mom was transferred to Akwete, like I said, in the Betwe district.
All right.
Then that was where I had my, I think, class 2 to class 4 or so. No, class 2 to class 3. Then I think there was an issue that they wanted to transfer my mom. And my mom was like, where they were sending her to, she cannot go there with her children because there was no road passing. And she doesn't want her children to be afraid of cars. When they see cars, and so she was not going to take us there.
She didn't want you to be afraid of cars when you see cars.
When we see cars, now you go and stay in a village where no cars are passing. You get it. So maybe so you see cars and you are running away. She doesn't want that for her kids, and so she sent us to her mother. And so I had my class 4 at Etodome near Hlenfi. And then from there she was transferred to Anyanawase. So that one there was road. It's a major
of course,
road.
It's a major road. That's my road.
So she came for us, and then we went to Anyanawase with her. I had my class 5 to JHS 1. I think first term at Anyanawase before she was transferred to Ho, and I came to continue at Mauli JSS.
Oh right.
Yes.
You had Mauli JHS.
Yes.
Completed
A
with
pioneer.
Wow, a pioneer. Oh,
yes.
That's good. That's good. But then, can you remember growing up, especially these early years of your education? Let's say you were 20 in class. Number 9 no popo. Where were you?
I can't tell. I think I was an average student.
Okay, all right. So 20, you'll be like number 5.
I am not sure.
You are not sure. Okay, so let me put you at number 11, 10, thereabouts.
Maybe.
All right, that's good. That's good. Like you said, you are an average student.
Maybe.
And that's good. But before we go on the first break, we'll come back and still go a little bit into growing up with your siblings anyway. But tell me one very interesting thing that you remember growing up with your siblings. What you did, something you look back and you just laugh about with your siblings. You were the firstborn, I understand.
I was the firstborn, and I think I had a lot of responsibilities.
Yes.
You know, taking care of them when my mom is not there. I'm the one that takes care of them. I bath them.
Sister Penny.
I wash their things for them. Basically, like a mother.
Okay.
You get it. And when a single mother is training a girl, she's expected to know everything and be able to do everything. And so, for me, I can't pinpoint that. Something exactly happened and I laugh off. Whatever that happened in my life has built me to be better. And better than.
No,
any
maybe
other
like
person.
something you remembered and you laugh about. Maybe one day, as a big sister, you were telling your kid brother, "Hey, look at me," and then he said, "Hey, do you know I'm a man? You don't take them out." Something that you look back and you laugh about.
Nothing like that happened.
Okay.
Nothing like that happened.
Okay.
Maybe when we get to my secondary education, where I wanted to go and do home economics, and my younger brother was like, we don't have any course to go and do. Is it home economics? Then you finish and come and be selling kinky around the roadside.
Okay.
You get it.
All right.
That was so disappointing.
All right.
But I know what I wanted.
Yes.
And I went for it.
All right. When we come back from the break, we'll get into that kinky story, kinky selling story. In any case, we still have some time. Let's just do this before we go. So when we were growing up with them, there was nothing interesting you can share at home with us. But then would you say you were the street kind of sister? Hey, don't do this, hey, don't do that. Or you were with them all along, you know?
I think I was a sober type.
Okay.
But our mom was very strict on us.
Okay.
She was very strict on us. Okay. She was a disciplinarian. If you are not supposed to do it, you can't do it. If you are supposed to learn at a particular time, you must learn. Yeah. And if it is not time for playing, you can't play. And that was the kind of training that we had. So
yes, I understand. When looking at you, looking all beautiful and very young, I want to assume also you were like that when you were. Did she also allow you to go out? If your mama make bomb, I'm just going to see a friend. Would you be allowed to go?
No. Go out where? Where do you even want
to
to
friends,
go out?
Of course.
Which friends? The only time I had and I was going out was when I was part of EPSU.
Okay.
That was the only exposure that I had. So I go for EPSU meetings and I return home and blah 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 and blah. And any other thing has to do with schooling. Okay. And when we are having sports, everybody goes out like that. Okay. You get it? So it's not like I have gone out for any specific reason other than maybe education or church issues.
All right. So, okay, you are a mother now. So, supposing your kids come to you, Mama, I want to go and see a friend after school. Mama, this weekend, today is Saturday, let me just go and be with this friend for a while. Would you allow her to go?
If I know the friend, why not?
If you know the friend,
yes.
Okay, all right. So you not subscribe to that kind of strict parenting.
No.
Do you think it has affected you in any way? Now that you have the benefit of hindsight, do you think it has affected you? Because I know there are some people who become timid because they didn't get a chance to go out, probably mingle with people. Do you think it has affected you in any way negatively?
Maybe I'll say it's my personality.
Okay.
And the choice of friends I make.
Okay.
My brothers were those who would go out to go and play ball and all those ones. Okay. And barely before you see a woman saying she's going to play ball. But my brothers were doing that a lot. All right. But I decided to be the woman I must be. Yeah. And my focus was more on what I want to be in the future. Okay. And so my studies and my church issues, I did not joke with them. All right. When I was growing up. All right. Yeah.
That's good. All right. So I think we can go on our break now. We'll take our first break, a short one at that. And when we come back, we'll go to the other part of the education. They'll move from there. This still is Perspective. If you are just joining us, my story and inspiration. We are here today with Mrs. Perfect Akufiakojo Kubiti. She's the principal of the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute right here at Soko de Lokwe. We'll be right back after this break.
love him. I will 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 love him.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This still is Perspectives, my story and inspiration, coming to you live on Dela TV, and we are here transmitting from the Kekeli Hotel right here in Ho. And I have in the studios today Mrs. Perfect Akufia-Akpojo-Kubiti. She's the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute at Sokodelokwe. Before we even continue with the education, the Kubiti strikes me. Is your husband from Baglo, around Baglo?
Where is Baglo?
I have some friends from Baglo around. Do I even know where? I think he's in the OT region.
That's so he's from Akpafu.
Oh, okay. I have a few friends.
So he's the same region.
Yeah, he's the same region anyway. I have a few friends from Kubiti, and wherever you are, Kubiti, Elvis, if you are watching, a very good afternoon to you. They were friends that I met at Dambai.
Oh, okay.
I had my JHS or JSS education there.
Okay.
Let's continue with the education. Let's come to. All right. So, is there any teacher you remember growing up from primary and JHS? Any teacher specifically you remember, and why? Maybe you had an encounter with him or her.
So I can remember JSS.
Okay.
I remember our headmaster at that time, Mr. Buckner.
Okay.
And then Mrs. Akato. Mrs. Akato taught us, I think those times were vocational studies also.
Yeah.
Yes,
So.
she taught us that. And our headmaster was a versatile person.
Okay.
He was an all-round person. And because we were pioneers, he did not give us space at all. No space for laziness. We are supposed to learn. I remember when we got to the third year, at 6 a.m., we are supposed to be in the class.
Wow.
And when you are late, trouble for you. Okay. And that was a kind of training he gave us. And so, if you heard about pioneers, Mauli GSS, you know the grades they got. Okay. That time it was talk of the town. Okay. The first batch. We did very well. And he doesn't allow us to be idle in the class. Okay. If there's no teacher around, he fits in. And he knows every subject. Wow. Every subject he knows. Wow. And so once there's a space for him, he enters and he ensures that he imparts that knowledge he needs to impart in us. And so I remember him very well. He was a disciplinarian and very intelligent. Would
you regard that as a mark of a good leader? Someone who can fit in when the if you like, subordinates or whoever he is working with is not around? Is that a mark of a good leader?
He was a good leader and he was a father as well.
Okay.
More like we were his children, and he would want the good for his kids. Okay. And that was exactly what he did at that time. Okay. But at that time, some of us also saw it as he was too strict on us. He was disturbing us, like we can't even breathe. And because you are afraid of the king, you must be on time. So he also taught us time consciousness. Okay. You must be time conscious. Okay. If you are not there before time, there's punishment waiting for you. Wow. And it's not like this time that we are not even supposed to cane. We are not supposed to, even the punishment. If you want to cane a student, you must first go and inform your head. And your head must know the number of strokes you want to give and give approval before you can go and carry out that activity. Okay. And so when you look at our kids now, you see they have turned into something else. You get it? The Bible even says, spare the rod and spoil the child. And for me, it worked for us that time. Okay. It worked for us that time. Okay. Those of us who had issues, we saw ourselves as stubborn. I am sure by now they would have been thanking the man for what he has done in their lives, because that has turned them to be whatever they are now.
Is Mr. Buckner still alive?
Yes, he's alive.
He's still alive.
He's alive.
And he's an old man now.
Very old.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you go to see him from time to time?
I live with him in the Mauli estate. So
wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I've been seeing
He's still
him.
Strong, moves about?
Not very strong.
Okay.
Not very strong.
Okay.
He's alive.
All right. So let me just ask your view on this, on the punishment you brought up. So are you one person who is against the policy of don't cane a child? Would you say so?
I wouldn't say I am against. I don't think I am against.
Okay.
It's necessary, but the way people overdo it, that is a problem.
All right.
Okay, people add emotions to it. Perhaps a child has done something against you and you don't like it, so the emotion part has been added to it. And so when you are caning, you are not caning with love. When we are correcting, you are supposed to correct with love. And once you do that, the child understands that what I have done is wrong, but the one who is correcting me loves me. That's why it is being done. So for me, if I should cane you right now, I'll sit you down and tell you why I have caned you and still counsel you as to what you're not supposed to do. And that is the right way to go. But if you want to say we will not cane at all, that one too is not in place. It's not in place. And that is costing us a lot. Because when they do anything wrong, it's already on their minds. After all, nobody can touch me. I am untouchable. They say nobody should cane us. And so I will not be caned even if I misbehave. And that has even given opportunity to parents to even go insulting teachers and the rest, attacking them. Do you get it from me?
Yeah, I understand. All right, so Mr. Buckner is the one. Mr. Buckner, wherever you are, and if you know him, please just say a very good evening to him for us, and also all thanksgiving and every thanks that is on it. Just give to him for the life of
we had a lot of guy names for him.
Okay, just give me two. Just give me two.
We've been calling him Boki Jara. We've been calling him Angetwe, and a lot of guy names.
I'm interested in Angetwe. Why?
Thank you. The sandals he was wearing. Okay. And we have been calling him Angetwe.
Okay.
Angetwe is coming. Angetwe is coming. Then everybody will just keep quiet and be still in the class.
Right. Please tell Angetwe good evening wherever he is. All right. I'm sure he knew about those names.
But then, of course, every teacher. Once you are a teacher, you all have your guy name.
Yes. And that reminds me of one teacher we have here at Smalco. He's called Elena. Mr. Jogbenu, he teaches CRS. Mr. Jogbenu, good evening. Anyone who knows Mr. Jogbenu, that's how he calls himself. Everybody on campus calls him that, and he likes it. All right, so now tell me about the transition from No, you didn't attend JHS. It's JSS, right? Yes. All right, the Pioneer. So your transition from JSS to SHS, how was it?
It was a smooth one, and I chose Pasek. Those times we were supposed to choose 3 schools.
Okay.
I chose Bando Secondary School, Bando Secondary School, Bando Secondary
School. So you really wanted to go to
Bando
Secondary School? What was special at the time about Bando? Because Mauli is here and the others,
One, I wanted a different environment.
Okay.
Because I felt I'd been in whole town. And so let me go somewhere and experience how that environment is.
All right.
And then my mom attended Bando Secondary School.
Okay.
My cousin attended Bando Secondary School. And so based on that, I said, let me go to Bando Secondary School.
Okay.
And like I was saying, I mentioned earlier, I decided to go and do home economics. And I think I chose home economics throughout.
Okay.
And that was what I wanted to do. And so when I made that intention known in the house, then my younger brother was like, so you don't have any other subject to go or program to go and read. You are interested in home economics. You will finish and be selling kenke by the roadside. Is that what you want? And when I heard it, so it tells you the mentality people had about home economics, even us at that time.
Okay.
So home economics is not for people who are academically good.
Yeah.
You get it? And when I got to Pasek, the grade I had, those time I had grade 9.
Okay. That's
and
wonderful.
So some people saw me and said they saw my name on the board. Those times they'll paste all the names on the board with the aggregate. And then they were like, how can you have that kind of grade and decide that you want to go and do home economics when you can go and do science or any other course? And I said, that is what I want. And that was what I did. I never regretted taking on that.
Please help clear the misconception, just like you've put it, about this whole people who are not brainy, people who are not academically inclined are the ones who do the vocational and technical. Clear the doubts, please help us.
And that is a very big misconception.
Yeah.
The dress I'm wearing, who did it?
It's the dressmaker.
If the dressmaker doesn't sew for you, will you be walking naked in town? You won't.
Yeah.
If we don't cook for you, will you eat? You want to get married? Who sews the wedding gown? Who does the makeup? Who cuts the hair? Where we are even, who builds this? You get it from me? All these people are vocational and technical people. See, these people are analytical people. They are risk takers. They are problem solvers. You get it? So it's not everybody who has a straight figure. And you come with your figure. And I must sew to fit your figure. And you want to tell me that I am not good, I'm not using my brain.
You are.
Unless I do science, I cannot be regarded as a human being, or I cannot be regarded as somebody who is intelligent. It's a big misconception. But I think where we are getting now, people are getting it small.
Yes, yes.
Things are changing. Perceptions about it is changing. But we still need more work so that everybody can take it in.
Okay.
Let me, because you know, a lot of people do not even understand why my mother, who is a teacher, will even allow her daughter to go and do home economics. But my mother understood what career issues are, and so was like, if that is what you want, why don't you go for it? You get it. Even when I finished my SSS education, my uncle was like, oh, those times this what's the name of internet cafes were in vogue those times, and people were doing 3 months, 6 months IT course to just go and be internet cafe assistants and the rest. My uncle was like, why don't you go and do this 3 month, 2 months course, and you want to go to whole polytechnic? I said, that is where I want to go. I just want to continue what I have started. But when I was in secondary school, when I went, I had the idea of becoming an air hostess. Air hostess are those who serve in airplanes. That was my mind. I wanted to be. That was even the reason why I decided I wanted to do the home economics. But when I got to PASEC, one of my teachers who taught me food and nutrition, Miss Biskov, she, I don't know what happened, she decided to allow me to be doing her lesson notes for her. And so whilst I was in secondary school, I was doing lesson notes for my teacher.
You were being a teacher.
I was being a teacher. And if I'm not able to do it well, she the way she gets angry, as if I am the one who is supposed to do it. And doing that, it started changing my orientation as to what I wanted to be. You get it for me?
Yes.
So once I was leaving SHS to even go to the polytechnic, my mind has changed from being an air hostess to either a teacher, but not going through the training college. I will still want to pursue my area to either a teacher or a dietitian. So those were the mind I had before I got to the polytechnic. But even the polytechnic, you know, those times we do entrance exams.
Before we come to the polytechnic, now the technical university, before we come there, I see a trend developing these days where people, even who are in other fields, still want to have something technical or vocational at the side. I see people who are bankers and now they've gone to train at caterers, at decor experts, or or seamstress or tailor or anything. Do you think it's a good thing?
It is good. The money is not enough.
Yes.
You must do other things on the side to add up. And so if you are there and you are thinking that you are only depending on your monthly salary, it doesn't work. Now the system hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's not like in the past. Maybe in the past it was hard for them too as well. But now I would say it is harder. If there's any word like that to be used, it is harder. So if you don't have anything doing on the side to cushion you, then it is something else. That's the reason why everybody is rushing to get a skill. Hitherto, earlier on, if they were asked that no, don't go and become a nurse, but go and become a caterer or a fashion designer, then it is like the one who is advising you doesn't love you.
That's true.
Do you get it from me?
True.
But now nobody is even asking them. They themselves have realized that there's a need for them to acquire a skill and add up to whatever they are already in.
Yes, I asked this because this is your field, and that is their field. You are in that field, and that is where you are full time. Don't you feel threatened when you see people from these places, if you like, invading your camp?
I don't see it as such.
As an invasion.
Oh no, I don't see it as such.
So how do you see it?
Anybody at all can come and acquire a skill.
All right.
Anybody at all. It shouldn't be an invasion.
All right.
Whatever skill I have, the specialty I have, you cannot have it.
Yeah.
Do you get it from me? Whatever I produce out there for my customers, that made them to continue coming to me as repeat customers, you may not have that skill.
Okay, may not, but I mean, you are the principal. Now I come I come, I'm a pastor, I'm a teacher, so I come, I want to train as a caterer, but I want to be like you. That's my motivation. So that means I can become like you, or if you like, even better than you.
Why not?
Yes.
That is the reason why we train. We train people to even become better than us.
Yes.
And you know, the purpose of our training is that when you are trained, you also go out there and go and train
other people. Yeah.
So you don't have people roaming about claiming there's no job. But there's always job. That's why I say those who are into vocational and technical education are problem solvers.
Yeah.
So they go into the community, identify problems, and solve them.
All right. On that note, we take our second break. Very shortly, when we come back, we'll delve into other areas of anti-perfect life. This still is Perspective, my story and inspiration. We'll be right back.
I'm modeling Jeffe
Fafali Joyland,
Tacey Presla,
Laurentia Adaji, Pelicam Alberta, the senior prefect of EPC Malco Girls,
and I endorse Perspectives. I endorse Perspectives.
It is a very inspirational and educational program.
I'm really touched. I've been touched by every single part of the story.
I pray you all watch it and it will help you.
You will never regret your time spent with us.
Keep watching and stay tuned to Dela TV.
Keep watching Dela TV.
Keep watching Perspective,
my story and inspiration
on Dela TV. God bless you.
To partner, advert placement, or for enquiry, please call or WhatsApp.
I'm modeling Jeffe
Fafali Joyland,
Tacey Presla,
Laurentia Adaji, Pelicam Alberta, the senior prefect of EPC Malco Girls,
and I endorse Perspectives. I endorse Perspectives.
It is a very inspirational and educational program.
I'm really touched. I've been touched by every single part of the story.
I pray you all watch it and it will help you.
You will never regret your time spent with us.
Keep watching and stay tuned to Dela TV.
Keep watching Dela TV.
Keep watching Perspective,
my story and inspiration
on Dela TV. God bless you.
To partner, advert placement, or for enquiry, please call or WhatsApp 0249 820 162. Perspectives, my story and inspiration.
I'm modeling Jeffe
Fafali Joyland,
Tacey Presla,
Laurentia Adaji, Pelicam Alberta, the senior prefect of EPC Malco Girls,
and I endorse Perspectives. I endorse Perspectives.
It is a very inspirational and educational program.
I'm really touched. I've been touched by every single part of the story.
I pray you all watch it and it will help you.
You will never regret your time spent with us.
Keep watching and stay tuned to Dela TV.
Keep watching Dela TV.
Keep watching Perspective,
my story and inspiration
on Dela TV. God bless you.
To partner, advert placement, or for enquiry, please call or WhatsApp 0249 820 162. Perspectives, my story and inspiration.
I'm modeling Jeffe
Fafali Joyland,
Tacey Presla,
Laurentia.
Welcome back to Dela TV Live, and this is Perspectives, my story and inspiration. I'm your regular host, the Reverend Jijo Nathaniel Achu Afram, and we are coming to you from the Kekeli Hotel right here in Ho. Like I always say, this is a hotel. It's a home away from home. Just come and spend a day or two here, then you will never regret it. And we are in the studios today having a conversation with one of our very own, the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute, so-called the Lokwe, Mrs. Perfect Aku Fiakojo Kubiti. She's our guest for today. We've gone a lot into her life already. We'll soon be getting into marriage, her career, where she is today. Before we go there, let's briefly do her the tertiary education. She has said earlier that she attended the whole polytechnic then, now
Yes.
whole technical university.
Whole poly.
Tell me about your time at whole polytechnic then.
It was an interesting time. So I just continued with my program. So I did hotel catering and institutional management, HND. And whilst I was there, I told you earlier on that I had the idea that I'll become a dietitian.
Yes.
Or I'll teach. And so moving on, there was these two teachers of mine. They are still there. I think one is no longer there. Miss Judith Agbuka, and then Reverend Charity Agble.
Okay.
The way they went about the teaching totally changed my mind.
Wow.
I said, now this is it.
Okay.
I must impart knowledge.
Okay.
The way they are also imparting it in me, I must also go out there and impart.
Okay.
And so that was what happened.
Okay.
Tertiary life and knowing very well the house you were coming from. It's not like you have everything at your disposal. One person is suffering to take you through your education.
Yes.
And so you are guided by that.
Yeah.
And that also informed your decision and your choice of friends. And as to how you want to go about your studies or not.
Yeah.
And so I did not see myself involving in activities that much. I was still a member of EPSU whilst I was in tertiary at Hopoji.
Okay.
And so that was the only association I belonged to, even as at tertiary level. And so that has also helped me to achieve my aim.
All right.
Yeah.
So there are two lecturers, if you like, that you admire
Yes,
so much.
yes.
And do you think you've taken after them? Are you imparting knowledge the way they did?
I think I have.
Okay.
I think I have. And I always hear people say, these lecturers say they are proud of you. And it's touching.
All right.
It's touching.
All right.
As for Reverend Agble, she never knew that I admired her. She never knew that she was my inspiration until I was going to do a top-up for my first degree.
Okay.
And that time we went through interview when you apply. That was the first time they introduced the top-up at the whole polytechnic.
Okay.
And so we were pioneers still.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you've been
we
a pioneer all your
life.
life.
Pioneer, except Kasek.
Yes.
And so when we went for the interview, she was there. Then during the interview, a question was asked: why do you want to do a top-up? And I was like, I wanted to be abreast with current issues.
Yeah.
But apart from that, someone has inspired me to be like the way she is. And then I mentioned her name. When I mentioned her name, you see, her attitude changed. And since then, there has been a kind of relationship that developed between the two of us.
Okay.
And so there are times there were jobs she's supposed to do, but she will call me to do it for her, etc. And so that is it. But as for Madam Agbuka, she is not aware, but I'm saying today that she also inspired me. And it's the two of them that have made me to be doing what I am currently doing. Otherwise, I might have been in the hospital as a dietitian, or I might have been on an aircraft right now, serving people. Yes. So that was what happened.
All right. Sorry, let me send you back to your kid brother who said, who spoke about the kinky selling business. Did you get the opportunity to prove him wrong before his demise? Did you?
Oh yes, he himself saw it. It's not like I have to prove him wrong. He saw it.
As in, did he grow up to see you not selling kinky at the roadside?
He saw it. And it is not like when you go and do home economics, then it means. But what is even wrong with selling kinky
at the roadside
in a special way?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Branding
it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with selling wache. There's nothing wrong with it. After all, what do you want at the end? Money. To be self-sufficient. Be able to take care of yourself, your family, and any other person that might need your help.
Yes.
And so if it is kinky I can sell and make my money, why not? People are selling kinky there's this kinky house in Accra, right?
Yeah.
And she's making it.
Of course.
That woman has not even gotten any education, like the formal education, like the way some of us had. But she's making it big time. And so for me, I don't see anything wrong with it. But he was able to, how will I say it, identify that it is not like those programs that are tagged as academically good, intelligent people's program that makes someone.
All right.
It is about interest.
Yeah.
And once your interest is there, follow your heart and you will make it.
That's it.
And I haven't regretted.
Thank you. Thank you for not regretting. And before we even proceed, let me say this. If you have any question for our guest, our special guest today, just put it in the comment box and you are sure that we'll read it right here on the show. So before we even proceed, let me just read a few of the comments that have come through already. Akbi Roland says, keep up the good work. And Clara Haji Butri Dugbe is clapping for us, said super. Then MFA Agbai BC says, keep up the good work. Jerry Jones says, very impressive. Nkegbe Kofi Zoke says, Osofu Pu Vegbela. Am I right? Osofu Pu Vegbela. Yo, that's what video come up Pu Vegbela. Then Doris Akubedu says, Madam. Do you know her? I think she should be somebody you know. Doris Akusbedu. Do you know her?
Yeah.
All right. Then Holy Kwame Senyo Patrick says, watching from Volta residents. Holy Kwame Senyo again says, nice program. Chris Amewu says, an inspiration to the girls growing up. That's true. Then Faustin Avoca says, my everyday motivation. I love you, sis. That's a great one. Then Akafia Janet Angel says, Reverend, your guest is a very nice and great personality in person. She is a disciplinarian. I think she took after her mom, as she rightly said. I admire her a lot. The first time I met her, she taught me a lot and I'm holding on to it. Thanks, Mrs. That's a great one there. Then Doris Akos Bedu again says, Iron Lady. Why do you think she would call you Iron Lady?
That is what people call me. Oh.
That's what people call you. Oh, okay. So just like you gave names to your teacher, which is the other Angetu.
That is what helps people call me.
Oh, they call you Iron
Yes,
Lady. Wow.
yes.
Wow. All right. So tell me about your experience with the church. How active were you with the church? Let's come a bit into that.
Oh, I was very active. I joined them too in 1996.
Okay.
When they went out on membership drive.
Okay.
Those times we were at Mauli GSS. And so they came and they were able to convince some of us and we became part of them. And the training we had, we were the young ones among the elderly ones like Dr. Desinche.
Okay.
And so there was discipline. There was issues of time consciousness.
Yeah.
And those times, if you are late to any meeting, you are going to pay a fine.
Wow.
And because you are not working, you don't have money, you will ensure that you are even on time. And one other thing they did those times was that if you come early, you will be the one that will read during the Sunday service.
Okay.
And so you could see people constantly reading. It was more like a motivation to people that they stand in front of others and are able to read to people.
And people also run away from it.
People also run away from it. People also don't want. But there are some who also want. I can confidently tell you that EPSU has made me to be a vocal person. Has made me to be someone who can stand in front of people and be able to express myself and be able to teach. Because we were taken through all those things. And you are given the opportunity to stand in front of people and read. Some people were able to preach. That opportunity was there for us when we were all growing up as EPSU members. And there was opportunity to be also part of the choir, which I was. I'm able to sing alto. I can sing treble.
Then today we are coming to sing. We'll sing before you go.
And so when we don't have enough people for treble, I fit in. When you don't have enough people for auto, I am there as well. So I was very active, and those times we were so dedicated to the church. More like EPSU has instilled some kind of love for the church among us. And so we wouldn't even want to miss any church service. we always want to be part of every activity that the church was doing. Those times, we also took up the cleaning of the chapel.
Wow.
Unlike this time that they even make, I don't know whether they are making, what's the name?
Roster for cleaning.
Yes,
Yeah,
roster for cleaning, where you even see Nyonu Habobo, these elderly people also sweeping the chapel. Me, I have issues with that. What are the youths doing that the elderly ones will be the ones to come and clean the chapel for them to come and sit?
So that is my question. Is the EPSU of today the same as the EPSU of yesterday?
It can never be the same as EPSU of
so
yesterday.
Tell me what's the differences.
I think that how can I even answer this? I have brought myself.
Yes.
How can I even answer this? I don't want to also blame them.
Okay.
Maybe perhaps the church hasn't recognized that they are the youth. They are the ones that has the energy. And so those things they should be able to do, even if they don't bring themselves forward that we want to do it. And I can also say that perhaps it's about leadership.
Okay.
I also realize that nowadays the people who are part of EPSU do not know what EPSU really is about. Once they know what it is about, the benefit therein, I am sure we will attach seriousness to it. I see a lot of them just being part of EPSU because I must also belong to a particular group in the church. You know, when they go for confirmation, they ask them, which group do you want to join? You must decide to join a particular group. And so if you are not able to mention any, in fact, you are supposed to mention a group that you must be part of. Is that not useful?
That's it.
That's what you do. And so people are forced to decide to join a particular group. And we also not do the right thing by orienting them about the various groups that they have decided to join. And so once my leader also doesn't have the basic knowledge idea about the group, then you who is joining you, how will you get to know? The whole zone EPSU always puts me on most of their vetting committees when they are going to do new elections. And these are some of the things we identified that majority of them, even though they are part of EPSU, they don't even know what EPSU is about. But they are calling themselves EPSU members. And so there's a lot of work for us to do. Those of us who are former EPSU members, we have a lot of work to do to ensure that they are at par, they are abreast with what EPSU is about. One of the basic reasons why EPSU was formed was to bring the youth together. Because those times there was nothing like EPSU in the tertiary institutions, in the senior secondary schools, and you have this Pensa and the rest them. And so when you go to secondary school, you are forced to belong to an association. So some become part of the Pensa, etc. And once they return, they don't come back to the church. So that was the reason why, that was part of the reason why EPSU was formed. And I think it was worth it. Because EPSU has even given us a lot of clergy. Yes, it's true, has placed a lot of people at leadership positions based on the experience they have gotten from the church. And so, for me, I think that EPSU must continue to stay.
You're right.
And we all have a lot of work to do to ensure that EPSU stays. I wouldn't be happy if EPSU is no longer part of the church.
EPSU will not go anywhere. But this again is my question. Molly said you brought yourself. You said EPSU was started because we had Pensa, we had the others, and when they go to school, they don't get back.
That is one of the reasons.
That is one of the reasons, and I'm sure the major reason why EPSU was formed. Now, this is my question to you, and this is quite debatable, and I think it's raging and it's still coming up here and there. You still hear it. My question to you is this: do you think EPSU should remain in the congregations, or should we just insist that EPSU remains only on the campuses? Please take your time.
Yes, I'll take my time.
Let me hear this is your personal view.
Maybe I should also ask the question again. You know, Ghanaians like asking.
If it is clarification to my question, I'll answer.
So when they vacate from school and come back to the church, where do they belong?
Anywhere. CYB is the youth ministries. We have a lot of youth wings. No, I am not. I mean, I am asking your personal view, but there are a lot of youth wings in the church. We have CYB, like I said. We have which ones too? We have the Israel group. They are all youth wings. what happens if you move from campus, from your EPSU, you join this one, or even the youth ministry? Because we have a ministry for the youth, and we have a youth policy of the church where people between the ages of, I'm sure, 13 and 45, if you like, are youth. What about if they come and they are active there?
But the youth, who formed the youth?
That is what I just said. From
is
14,
it not UIB,
13?
EPSU, Brigade?
No. Irrespective of the group you belong to, you are a youth if you fall within this age bracket. That is a youth.
For me as an individual, I think that there's a need for EPSU in the churches because one, there are some who might be in the tertiary education but will be coming from their homes to school and might not want to be part of the campus group.
And why is that?
And will prefer to be with the church.
Why?
I feel that should be the right thing. Also, if I vacate, why can't I continue what I am learning where I was? I am on vacation for 1 month. If F2 is not in my church, I don't want to be part of CYB. I don't want to be part of what's the name? Women's Guild or whichever.
Or with the youth
or the
wing.
youth wing. But I still want to continue to be part of my F2. Why can't I continue to be?
Don't you think?
Know, freedom of association is there.
Yeah, no problem. But don't you think it's a question of educating our youth to understand these things very well? Because when I'm a youth and I say I'm in the church, I don't want to be active in a youth ministry, I don't want to be active in any other youth. Don't you think we need to reorient our youth? Because I see it as a problem or problematic if a youth will tell me that I'm in the church but I don't want to belong to the youth. Then I think such a youth needs reorientation and education. That gets my point.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Every youth needs that kind of education. Yeah. Even the elderly. That's the reason why you have a Osofo group. Is it an association?
Yes. Osofo
View. Is that also an association in the church? You get it. So there are also people who decided that I don't want to be part of any group. But that is a choice. You know, it's a choice that I don't want to be part of. Perhaps they have their reasons why they don't want to be part. But for me as an individual, I feel that the process must continue. So even when I travel out of my mother church to school and I return, I should still come and meet an EPSU group that I can belong and continue my learning. You get, and not come and sit in church because I don't want to be part of CYB and so I am forced. I don't want to be, so I'll be there. And if there are things you are supposed to do as a church member, you will not do because you have been denied an association.
All right. Please, I want to take your view. If you are watching us on Facebook, I want to get your view on this. And please, I'm just asking her personal view. And I'm posing a last one on that before we move on. But if you have just joining us, this is Dela TV Live on Facebook. Are we also on YouTube today, guys? And also on YouTube, Dela TV Live. Just look for Dela TV Live. Share the link and like it for others to also be part of this education. And we are here. I'm the Reverend DNA from. Our guest today is Mrs. Perfect Aku Fiakojo Kubiti, the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute right here at Sokodeloke. My last question to you. I have not heard, you started with, we have PENSA, we have AGCM, the others on campuses. I have not heard as of now if we have any of this in the Pentecost church congregation apart from campuses or assemblies of God. Why must ours be different?
Well, I haven't done any research into that.
I have.
To find out whether they don't have any that in the churches. But must we be like them?
No, that's what I'm asking. Why? So why must we? If we don't want to be like them, then we should have a reason.
We are also different now. We also have different ways of operating.
All right. So
we have different ways of bringing our youth together.
All right.
And if that's the way we can bring our youth together, rather than imposing something on them, why not?
All right. That's fine. These are personal views. If you have yours, you can bring it through so we read it to the rest of the world. Let me take other comments that we have on Facebook, then we move on to other parts of her life. Reverend, no, this is from Azan Rebecca. She says, Mrs. Kubiti has inspired a lot and she's the reason some of us are proceeding our education. Though EPSU, and I have a lot to say about her and the EPSU Hokboji. All right. And Estina Akwampa says, bravo, my secretary. Were you secretary for EPSU? Were you?
You know, we have old Hokboji EPSU Association.
Okay.
And that's my president.
Oh, okay.
And I'm the secretary. That's
all right, Nestina. Okay, all right. You, Dada Nestina, you go. Ellie Ansha Elijah says, keep up the good work. Oscar Dogbo says, great work. Jane Mensa says, how did she contribute positively to EPSU? And that's a question I'll be posing to you in a few minutes. let's all right. We'll come back to read the rest of the comments when we come back. All right. Yes. Then J Mensa again says, Reverend, please can she tell us the state of EPSU Whole Technical University chapter when she was about to leave campus? Then Jay again says, Rev, I love this show. Please read my comments too. I'm reading them all. And I'll read all of them. Elik Plim G3 into me says, I'm watching live from Accra. Thank you, Elik Plim, for being part of it. Yes, Elik Plim was with me at Spando TNT Primary School. He was my mate and the son of my headmaster, Mr. Ntumi. Elik Plim, thank you for watching. Then Bimpe Felicia says, well done. Thank you very much and well done. And thank you for joining us also in this show. Thank you again. Now, let's talk about, let me take maybe one of the questions here. How was the state, or what was the state of EPSU HTU when you left? I believe you were an executive member.
Whole poly, I wasn't.
You
I
were
wasn't
right.
part of the whole poly.
All right.
I was
All right.
in Okoji.
Okoji, okay.
And at that time, I was even the president for Okoji.
Okay.
And so, but what we normally do was that we visit them.
Okay.
We do visit all those schools that were on campus. Malco, Mauli, Hopoli. They were the ones that were within our catchment area. And so we visit them. We do follow up on them. And they also come to our meetings and come to our churches. Okay. And that was the kind of relationship we had with them as at that time. Okay. But for now, I don't know.
I can't
tell. Yeah, I can't tell.
Okay.
And if they don't invite you, some of them don't even know me. If they don't invite you, you can't go.
That's true.
Do you get it from me? Even though I was a national executive, I was a national mother, I became a national first vice before finally leaving EPSU. But I have not left EPSU. I am still there supporting them. If the whole zone people were to be here, they will tell you that it's more like I support them always. Okay. For me, I tell them if they don't invite me and I know they are having meeting, I go there. They know. Yeah. And they can't sack me. Yeah, of course. I will still go and share my views with them, guide them as well. And I've been doing that. Right. And that's what we are all supposed to be doing. Once we do that, we bring them, when they are veering off, you bring them back to the line. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you. And how did you contribute positively to EPSU? She said a lot and she's done a lot that I'm not sure I'll post to her because
I want to say EPSU work is a sacrificial job.
Yes, of course.
As at the time we were working, we were executives of EPSU. We were not working. Yeah. We were students. Where did we get the money from? It was support from our parents because they also understood what it was and what it was bringing to their homes. More like they are having kids that they will say are not going astray but are more embedded in issues of the church. So we do visitations, we travel to everywhere just to go and ensure that EPSU is still holding on in those churches. It's a lot of sacrificial job. Like the job people are doing. Yeah. Some of you too have been made district pastors and you have to be working, etc. You don't even have vehicles. You get it. So a lot of sacrificial jobs. So if you have been able to hold EPSU until your tenure is over, it is a great contribution.
Of course.
At least menama ofanlewo kaka.
Yeah, yeah.
Okpo oji enshi obede. Ogale eleke ole afe bakpo oga jide ejiwu eleke onogba. So that is it.
All right. Thank you very much. And let's continue now as we delve to other parts of your job. Now let's talk about your school, the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute. How did you get there? In your world of work, did you work at other places or you've been with these people all throughout your working life?
So I have worked with Freedom Hotel before as a restaurant supervisor. Initially, when I finished my tertiary, I had my national service at Amano Krum, a vocational school, because I said I wanted to teach. And so when I was filling the form for national service, I chose education, and I was sent there. So after my national service, I came back, and I was like, no, I don't want to work in Ho again. I wanted to go to a different environment. I searched for job as a teacher. I didn't get anyway. So whilst I was even at Amano Krum, Eastern Region, I went to some schools searching for job, but most of them were like, they don't want HND person. They want somebody who has UEW certificate and not HND. And so that one alone has even deterred me from it. And so I came back to Ho. When I came back, I decided to go and stay with my brother at Takoradi and perhaps look for a place there so that when the opportunity for any teaching job comes, I can.
Okay.
So I went there with the intention of getting, Takari, there were a lot of hotels there, getting a hotel there to work. But when I went, the remunerations they were mentioning were not encouraging for me. And looking at where I was, and then where I'll be going to the work, it's more like you are just going to spend your money on TNT, and at the end of the day, you don't get anything. So I was there when a friend called me that they were looking for a restaurant supervisor at Freedom Hotel. And so I quickly dashed down, and I went, they interviewed me, and then I was employed. So I was there. I think I spent less than 2 hours there. I said 2 hours, 2 years there. And then I went to continue my education. I did my top up. After my top up, I still went searching for teaching job. But whilst I was even in the tertiary, there was this what was the name? There was this academy, Success Academy, those times, that were teaching those who were doing remedials. And so I was also there teaching food and nutrition. And before I left for my national service. So after my first degree top up, I still went about searching for job. Some of the lecturers at the Old Technical University, my department, hospitality, they were my friends, and so when they hear about any vacancy anywhere, they inform me and I go. And so one also called me and said there was a vacancy at where I am currently. And so I went there, and I was scheduled for interview in Accra. I went, had my interview, and I was given my appointment letter. So I started working there from 2008. As a teacher. And surprisingly, when I went there, they did not have enough teachers. And so I saw myself teaching catering. That is my field. I was teaching home management. At a point, I was teaching English. More like sacrificing for the students. And so that was what I saw myself doing, and I have not regretted helping them as well. So I've been teaching until 2013, when our former went on retirement, and they brought a new one, and she made me her deputy. And I asked her why she made me her deputy, because I was young, and there were a lot of people who were older. And I was thinking that she could have asked one of them to be, but she was like, she's already old, and she needed someone who is active to assist her. And so I've been doing that until 2016, when she went on retirement, and I was appointed as the acting principal for the school. And then that same year, 2016 December, I went for interview with other people, and I passed, and so I was appointed as a substantive principal for the school. And so I've been the principal for the school since 2016. So now. And so that is it.
All right. So tell me, what propelled you to that position? What qualities do you think you had? Just like you said, you asked her, she said you were young. That's fine. But what other things do you think you had at the time that made you the best candidates for the principal?
Well, I think in the service does lose more on rank or grade of people. And so once you are the highest in rank, that is one of the requirements. And another is the qualification, your experience. And when I was the deputy for my boss, because of her age, she doesn't like traveling. And so every meeting, every workshop, I am the one that was attending for her. And I don't hesitate when she's like, Akuvi, she calls me Akuvi. Akuvi, there's a workshop. I want you to go for me. And even before, the one who was even there before my second boss took over, she has also been sending me. One day I asked her, I said, "Oh, I realize that you are willing to always go whenever there's an opportunity." So she was also sending me to meetings for her. I'll go and do presentations on her behalf, etc. And so when the other person also came on and made me her deputy, it wasn't difficult. Any meeting at all, any traveling, I am the one going. And I love to learn. I love to acquire more knowledge. Have broader mind about things that are happening around me and the work I do. And so I was always available to be sent. And while doing that, not knowing, people were seeing me, my activeness and my contributions. I was being seen. I did not even know. And so But the bottom line is that it is not about my activeness and etc. alone that made me get the position.
Yeah.
But the fact that I was the highest in rank
Okay.
in my school,
And
and plus the qualification, and then the rest added to it,
and
the
grace of
interview too that I passed,
and the grace of God.
and the grace of God. Most of all, it is the grace of God, and it is the doing of the Lord.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
You, if you are just joining this Perspectives on Dela TV Live, our guest is the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute, Mrs. Perfect Akuvi.
Yes, that's how they call me. My workplace, that's how they call me.
Fiagoju Kubiti, she's our guest for today. Please, in all this, let me ask you this one. Give me just 4 top qualities of a good leader, according to you. 4 top qualities of a good leader.
So a good leader must be humble, must be accommodating, must listen more than responding.
Okay.
And then must be fair but firm.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So along this line, when did marriage come in? At what stage in your life did marriage come in?
I got married in 2008.
Okay.
Even before I got the appointment
as
to be
principal.
a teacher. No, to be a teacher in that school.
Okay.
And so, and that was it.
All right. How did it happen? If you want to share with us, we'll listen.
We all know how it happens now.
No, we don't know. There were some people who were on our show who told us they met where?
We all know how it happens.
They met when one person was crying and the other one said, "Oh, why are you crying?" You know.
But the bottom line was that we met at an F2 camp.
Now you are talking.
And you know, I love Bobo.
Okay.
So I was dancing Bobo.
Wait, Mr. Kubiti, let me go. Please forgive me.
I was dancing Bobo.
Okay.
And so he saw me. We became friends.
Okay. Okay.
That time I was with my friend Juliet, as I say.
All right.
Before we became friends, and we have been friends for long. Before the friendship turned into yes, you
one
know now. Yeah, and then 2008 we got married.
All right.
And so we had 2 beautiful kids.
Wow.
A girl and a boy.
Wow. All right, dear. Mr. Kubiti, he's in the house. Mr. Kubiti is in the house with us. He's here. He said, "No, my wife will not go alone. I have to follow her." She said, "In fact, not her alone. Me too. We have 3 strong courses in this house. Past students of Bando Senior High School. Bando. Maoli is a courser. Our guest today is a courser. And my wife is also in the house. Mrs. Christina Akbenia from. She's also in the house today. She's also a courser. Nice. All courses. How do you even greet?
Oh, Chichiao.
Chichiao. We have 3 strong Chichiaos in the house today.
Yeah.
Yes, in the house today. Yeah. How has marriage been? People say, "Oh, marriage is difficult. Oh, if you enter this. How would you describe marriage? What's your view?"
Well, it's a nice thing to be part, but in everything, there are ups and downs.
Yes.
And so we can't say marriage is sweet throughout. There are ups and downs, but how you are able to go about the challenges that you face. Me, I see the issues as challenges. Okay, how you are able to go about the challenges that make you victorious. And so it's not all rosy, as is always being said. It's not all rosy. So you don't expect that the way it began, when there was no kid, there were no kids, you had your liberty to do things your own way, will not be the same when there are kids. It needs your attention more than it was. And when you are even working, that's also another add-on. So you are married, you have to attend to your children, your spouse, even your family. Other family members are also part of it. And so from both sides, not only your side. So once you are married to another, it means you have added on another family to the one you originally have. And so it's a good thing. I wouldn't say it's not good. It's a good thing, but there are ups and downs as well.
All right. Yeah, thank you very much, Auntie Perfect Kubiti. We have other comments coming through. Let me read them. Then after this, I'll ask the last question. Then we go for the last break. When we come back, we wrap up with our show for today. Ados Wenyonam says, "Well done." Then Answer Divine says, "Our secretary that you You know we are very proud of you. Keep the good works that you are doing. God richly bless you. Joyce Dente says, Mrs. Kubiti, keep up the good work. Doris Akos Bidu again says, so proud of you. Sis Gloria Sepenya Majigbe says, great job, dear. Jamensa says, Epsu, and will respond at peace with all. Ernest Adumensa says, Rev, please, the question on Epsu is in the church is a serious one. Epsu has a very unique modus operandi. Pushing Epsu out of the congregation won't just be easy. There is a sad concern that congregations that fight Epsu in the EP church end up losing their members to other churches that are ready to accommodate them. The problem with the EPCJ is the inability to put up scientific research leading to proper decision making. Personal feelings, and sometimes this is how we do it, syndrome are not the way out. Ernest Adumensa, thank you very much for that very good one. Joyce Dente again says, I always remember her for the role she played during my wedding. God richly bless. Were you the how do you call it, bridesmaid?
I wasn't.
Or you were the caterer for the day?
I wasn't, but I was part of the people who were doing the up and down for them.
Okay. Then Courage Mensa also says, Reverend, I'm also in the house. Chichiao. Courage Mensa is also watching us live on Facebook. He is also a Chichiao. He is an old student of Kpando Senior High School. Let me see. Is there any other? Mensa says, I would like her to sing the Epsu anthem since you said you were in the choir. So we'll be coming to that. Divine. Dr. Divine Kosi Bagbo says, a very active and dedicated Epsu member. We serve a faithful God. Mrs. Kubiti, kudos. And then Edith Mouse says, nice program, educative as well. Prosper Zani says, perspectives, my story and inspiration. God bless you, especially the media team. Oh yes, they are doing so well. Thank you. Then my last question before we go on this break. Since you are here, this is what I want you to do. Since you are the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute, formerly known as the Women's Training Institute at Soka Deloki, please, what makes this school unique? Why must I even want my child to be part of this school? Is it for women only, or even guys can? Just tell us a little bit, advertise, speak for a school so that we can come. I'm giving you the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes to do that.
Well, I want to say that it is one of Kwame Nkrumah's idea to empower women to be able to support their family and their husbands. But as time went on, more and more women were getting educated and were finding themselves in white-collar jobs. So we can say, and so now we are into the training of the youth. Like we said, the name was formerly Women's Training Institute, which means only women can come and enroll. The attention was not on the boys. But in 2013, the name was changed all over the country to Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute, so that the boys too can have the opportunity to come and train in any trade area that they would want to. And so now we are enrolling boys. Currently, we have about 25 boys. The girls have overshadowed them. But they are also there. They said they must also complete the education, and so. But basically, it's a skill training institute, and we have the best expertise in the field of.
Before that, you said you have 25 boys.
Yes.
So how many are they in all?
In total, we have about 181 students.
Okay. All right.
We have about 181 students, and so when you subtract the number of boys from it, you know the number of girls that we have, and so that is it. But why must you decide to come? Come because it's an open place for people who would want to learn a trade to help themselves. Like you were even mentioning people who are already in white-collar jobs, running to go and learn a trade, etc. You know, there are a lot of people who are out there, and we think that they don't have the ability to go to a grammar school, but they can come to a vocational technical. That is the problem I always have with parents.
I like the way you put it, grammar school.
Yes, that is grammar.
Yes.
That's the problem I always have with parents. And so I have brought my ward to be trained because she didn't pass her exam. Yeah. And once you say that, then my heart starts jumping.
Okay.
But it should rather be the interest of the child to come and learn. It's a formal education. And I always give myself as an example to parents when they come. When you come, you can't tell me that your child failed, that's why you brought the child there. But you are bringing the child because the child wanted to learn a trade. At the end of the day, become useful. I have a cousin who is a fashion designer. when she finished her GSS education, she said she doesn't want to go to SS, and she wants to learn dressmaking. She's the one that sold this dress for me.
Wow.
And so there was a time I was in school, I needed money. She was the one that gave me money.
Wow.
Do you get it for me? And she's even making money than somebody like me who is taking monthly salary as a government worker. You get it for me? So why can't you come and learn a trade? We have people who are very skilled in the various trade areas that can train you to become like them or become like anyone that you are looking at as your role model. You get it? Once you acquire skill, you acquire it for life. Me, I always tell people that even when I am sleeping and they ask me to cook, I will cook.
You will sleepwalking.
I will sleep and cook because it's a skill I have acquired and I can never forget it. It's not like it's a grammar thing that I have learned where I'll just go and mow. You say mowing, you mow and go and pour. You chew and pour. At the end of the day, you can't do anything. But for the training we are doing, it is emphasized on what the person can do at the end of the training. And that is the main objective. You should be able to go and produce something. You should be able to make use of whatever you have learned to help yourself become useful to yourself, your family, and the community. And once we are able to bring all those people on board, you will not see people around who are armed robbers. We are calling them armed robbers. Why would they be armed robbers? And those people who are armed robbers are mostly boys. We haven't even heard any lady. Scarcely before you hear a lady being part of an armed robbery.
No, they are joining, Papa.
Yes, because of what? Because we are saying that learning a trade is not ideal. And so the person's orientation is that, why must I go and learn a trade? Maybe I will not be respected. Many a mason, me call nuka elone shovel that see yere dowape, people will not respect me. Why won't people respect you? It's time we start respecting those people, because see, if you don't have roof over you, you'll be beaten by the rain, the sun, any other thing. You are not safe. Who protects you? It is the skilled worker who does that. And so it's important that we start also concentrating on the male, because I think most of our attention has been on the female, the girl child. It's like, let's train them. Those who have teenage, who have teenage pregnancy and the rest, let's train them, let's give them something so that they can become useful. Then we are eulogizing the female and we are leaving the male. And so once we are not encouraging them also to go into this kind of training, we are pushing them to go out there and go and become nuisance to the community. And it affects all of us. So why is it that me as a bank manager, I have a child, I can't support my child to go and learn a trade in a formal school?
Now, supposing supposing my wife, I feel like she doesn't know how to cook very well, and I want to enroll her with your school so that she could be doing a part-time. Is that allowed? Can anybody at all come?
It is very allowed. It is very allowed. Apart from that, we take on BEC graduates. We take on other people. We normally don't even look at qualification. Because it's a skill training institution. So once the desire and the interest is there, you want to learn a trade, we enroll them. And if you are already working and you still want to acquire some skills in addition to whatever you have, we do those arrangements. So whoever that will take you in that particular field, you sit with the person and schedule your time so that it suits you and suits the trainer as well.
Correct. Somebody is somewhere asking, I really want to learn. I want to learn a skill. Maybe I want to learn how to cook or sew, but I can't fund it. I can't come and stay on campus. I can't even feed myself. I can't pay my feeding fees. Do you as an institution have anything like that to cushion such people or even to help them?
In actual fact, we don't have anything like that. It's a government institution, you know, and there are rules we follow. But aside that, there are those who are with us. They enroll all right, but they are not able to pay their fees. And so some of us are taking care of them. Even the fact that people just bring their awards and come and dump them there. And so you have taken them on and you are providing them with their learning materials and looking after their health issues and etc. We basically we don't have that kind of support system in the school where you can't fund it, but you want to learn a trade. But luckily now we are part of the free TVET system.
Okay.
The grammar one is called free SHS.
SHS. The grammar one.
The one that you acquire skill for life,
Okay. Yes.
It's called free TVET.
Okay.
And so students are placed in our schools to enjoy the free education that our president has introduced. And so people can capitalize on that and let their wards choose our school.
All right.
In the next academic year.
All right.
So that they can be part of the free system.
All right.
Apart from that, there's opportunity for those who have some small coins that will want to come and learn. They are also enrolled.
All right.
So
Is there anything like weekend?
We haven't been doing anything weekend because nobody has ever come forward to say I want to do a weekend studies. And when it gets to that time,
you know how
we equally adjust.
Okay. So we would be going on a short break, then we'll come back to wrap up with the show for today. We have a few comments also on YouTube. I'll read them when we get back from the break. But before we go on the break, let me just read a few of the comments we have here on Facebook before we go for that last short break. Kuseji Emmanuel says, watching you live from Insu in the Western region. Thank you for being part of the show today. Kosa 1999 is proud of you. Keep on moving, sister. Then Akom Gift says, my sister. This one fans, wow, my sister.
They are all chichiao.
Oh, they are chichiao. So wow, that's good. Doreen S.A. Ampem says, Madam Perfect, you are doing great. Keep up the good work. Then Edem Dewu says, very impressive. Thank you very much. If you are still with us, this still is Perspectives on Dela TV Live. We are coming to you from the Kekeli Hotel here, and we have as guest today the principal for the Community Development Vocational and Technical Institute right here at Soko the Lokwe, Mrs. Perfect Akufia Kojo Kubiti. She's our guest for today. We'll be right back after this break to conclude our segment for today.
I'm modeling Jeffe Fafali Joyland, Tacy Presla,
Laurentia Adaji Pelikema Alberta, the senior prefect of EPC Malco Girls,
and I endorse Perspectives. I endorse Perspectives.
It is a very inspirational and educational program.
I'm really touched. I've been touched by every single part of the story.
I pray you all watch it and it will help you.
You will never regret your time spent with us.
Keep watching and stay tuned to Dela TV.
Keep watching Dela TV.
Keep watching Perspective
My story and inspiration
on Dela TV. God bless you.
To partner, advert placement, or for enquiry, please call or WhatsApp 0249 820 162. Perspectives, my story and inspiration.
Mrs. Perfect Aku Fiakojukubiti. And we have gone into her life, picked a lot of lessons for today. Like I said before we went on the break, that was our last break before we conclude. We are back to conclude with our show for today. There are a few comments we have on YouTube today. Autry Eva says, we are proud of you, Sister Perfect. This is Abba. Keep going high, sis. The sky is your starting point. Then Evelyn Walasi says, hello, Madam Principal. Hearty congratulations to you. HCIM 2004 year group of whole technical university is proud of you. We love you dearly. Autry Eva says again, you have always motivated the young people around you. I've always seen you to be a big sister than a sister-in-law. Oh, so that's your sister-in-law. You have fought a good fight and your success isn't surprising at all. Those are the comments coming through from our YouTube platform. If you also have any questions or comments, you still can pass them through on YouTube or on Facebook, and it will be read to the rest of the world. Now, Auntie Perfect, welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, tell me, you've gone through life and picked up a lot of lessons. Tell me what 5 principles you have built as a person that you would want to share with the youth of today, especially principles that you've picked up, that you would want the youth of today to walk by.
Okay, well, for me, education is key in whatever one is doing. Dedication, hard work, always having sense of responsibility, and then being oneself.
Okay.
And be content with whatever you have.
Wow.
Not comparing yourself with others. Like, this is how this person is, that's how that person is. This person has achieved this.
I also want to achieve.
I also want to achieve. You should be content with whatever you have. And so once you are yourself and you are being you, everything falls in place. And that is what I have learned throughout life. No 2 fingers are the same.
Yeah.
And so even twins, they are not the same. Identical twins are not the same. And so for me, I am being me. Once I set myself to do something, I ensure I do it with all sincerity and ensure that I meet the target I have set for myself. And so that is it. And above all, one must be prayerful.
Yeah.
And always remember God in everything. Because without God, we are nothing. Yes.
But thank you very much, by the way. But is there anything wrong with wanting to be like other people? Like somebody sees you today, you're motivating somebody, I want to be like Sister Perfect. Is there anything wrong with it?
We can say, so I have become a role model for somebody.
Yes.
The person might not necessarily be maybe in the field I am in.
Yeah.
But might find himself or herself in another area, achieving the purpose or the targets that they have set for themselves.
Yes.
And so that is the point I am coming from.
Okay.
Don't say that because this person has a VW.
Okay.
I don't even have the means of having it. But I'll go about looking for the means and
to
get
the
it.
VW.
Then at the end of the day, you suffer.
Yeah.
Do you get it for me?
Yes.
So one must be him or herself.
Yes.
If you have, you have. If you don't have, be okay with the one you have and utilize it the way you must utilize it.
All right.
To make yourself comfortable the way you want to be comfortable. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Now, we have a lot of hymns and a lot of scriptures in the Bible. What is your favorite scripture in the whole of the Bible? I know you have a lot, but your favorite of the favorites.
Okay.
Your topmost, and why?
So my favorite scripture is Matthew 10, 26
All right.
to 30.
All right.
But the 26 stands out and it reads, so do not be afraid of them.
All right.
There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed or hidden that will not be made known. My mom gave me this scripture. There was a time I was sleeping in the afternoon and I had a dream. And I saw a bird perch on a window. Then later on, the bird flew and perched on the bed.
Wow.
Then the bird transformed into a human being, a man. And so in my sleep, I was praying, crying, and I woke up.
Okay.
So when I woke up, you see, I was shivering.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
because
scary.
to dream and see
Yeah.
a bed, and a bed will come and perch on your bed and then
become a human
transform
being.
and become a human being and a man, a giant man, of course, not maybe your size, giant.
Okay.
And so I told my mom about the dream, and she said, go and read Matthew 10:26-30.
All right.
And after reading, I realized that yes, it is true. Whatever it is that is hidden will be made known one day. And so we prayed over it, and that was it. And since then, I have never joked with this scripture. So whatever I am going through, whatever the challenges are, or whatever, I always remember that even if somebody is against you, one day, whatever they plan against you will come to light.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you. But then has the one with the bed, perching on the bed becoming, has it been revealed? Would you say it has been revealed in any way at all?
I can't tell because I don't even know the reason why it came.
Okay.
Perhaps if I were to be still in the dream,
Yeah. It would have been revealed.
and not afraid and woke up early,
Okay.
I might know the reason why
All right.
that giant man came on the bed.
All right.
But once we prayed over it,
Yes.
I'm
Of
sure.
course.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you. Now, somebody wanted to hear you sing the EPSU anthem. If you have the words, please hear on. If you do, if you don't, we'll try. She's an EPSU guru, you know, and most of us here are EPSU members, so help us sing the EPSU anthem before we get to your favorite hymn, on which we may be ending our show for today. So let's hear you. EPSU members online, please help us sing. If you are home, just sing with us when we are singing. We'll all help us sing. She says she sings alto and what? And treble. So which one would you be singing today? Unison.
I'll sing treble.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are waiting. You lead us.
Okay.
Yes, Aaron is our in-house choir master, so he would also he will join us sing the EPSU anthem. All right, so Auntie Perfect, let's go. You are leading.
Okay. Living to please and serve God is my foremost duty as a member of EPSU. I promise to live solely by His word and present Him to others through a decent way of life, and to avail myself wherever duty calls to always do away with unwholesome habits that retards growth. Lord, help me to present my body as a living sacrifice to you, and always be at peace with all. Hip, hip, hip.
Hooray! Episode members, wherever you are, I'm sure you sang that very well with us. A few other comments, then we come to your favorite hymn. We will all sing with you again before we bring our show to a close for today. Kusaji Emmanuel says, God bless you, Rev. I can't forget the first time I met you at the CYB 63rd anniversary launching. God bless you. I believe that was Akosombo. Kusaji, thank you very much. Clara Haji Bochu Dugbe says, Davi Esenam, you do all. Congratulations. Are you also called Esenam?
I'm called Esime.
Esime. Oh, okay.
So those who know me very well knows that name for me.
All right. Clara, the name is rather Esime, not no. Esime. Yes, the name is Esime.
Hands.
All right. In his hands. All right. Thank you. Then Ja Mensa again says, Rev, please kindly ask, how does she feel when she sang the EPSU anthem? I'll be coming. How do you feel? How did you feel right here in the studios when you were singing? Clara again says, I'm proud of you, girl. Kusaji says, Sister Esenam, you do all. It's Esime. Then Ernestina Okwampa says, super. Then Jamensa says, wow, she do all. Thank you very much for sending your comments through. How do you feel? How did you feel?
The spirit,
Yes, the spirit of
that
EPSU.
spirit that used to be there. You know, when we sing this song, we sing it with all, how will I say
everything in you.
Everything in us.
All right.
Because when you go into the words of the song, you are able to assimilate it and go according to it.
Yeah.
Charlie.
Easy.
It's not easy.
John Kuma says, awesome. Congrats, Novi. Keep bring you. Kosa is indeed proud of you. Now, what is your favorite hymn in the hymn book? Over 600 hymns. Which one is your favorite and why?
All right. So
I always ask that one. And why?
hymn 215.
215. Hymn 215 is her favorite hymn and why?
I think what the work we are doing is for God.
All right.
It's as simple as that.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's sing. Dela used to hymn 215. We'll sing. How many stanzas has it? All right. Then let's sing the first two. Let's sing the first two stanzas. In-house choir master. Aaron. Wo lai nye Yesu tondo si wo mielela. Esi wo nye Yesu tota mate wo aglewo. Ela bebli si miena afi kwa kekeli ene. Ekuna le anye brame afi trona swable ye toku kume wova chaku ye. The second stanza is the last. Wo Yesu si nyemiatala weto fume iji. Amesi wasena na zowo molaji. Na amia pogume lewo fukple fiado peme. Plomi towo kumo laji dewo agbe lame tochi zime kekeli. Let's take the third stanza. Let's just add the third stanza at once. Wo toku abe kwene gafo cho yodome. Agbe ano ziame se ma wo na wo do la wo da fi siafi bene wa se wo nkonywela wo nko si me ho la le mia wo ngamia lo a wo do mia wo do le wo do kokwela me. Thank you very, very much. And now your final words and any appreciations. Maybe there's somebody you want to acknowledge and thank for a role played in your life. You are free to do so now.
All I can say is that whatever you are doing, put in your best. Do it like you are doing for God. And once that is part of your life, all things will fall in place.
Yes.
I want to say hello to my COSA 99 year group members, my husband, my mom, my kids, all F2 members, and anyone who knows me, anywhere you are. I pray the good Lord be with us all and continue to guide and strengthen us, provide for us, even in these difficult times. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you for being part. Yes, your mom. She acknowledged the mom, the husband, and like I said, the husband is in the house. Mr. Kubiti, thank you very much for being here. He's been here from the very beginning. Thank you very much for being part of our show today. This has been Perspective, my story and inspiration. We came to you from the Kekeli Hotel right here at the EP Church headquarters right here in Ho. And I've been your host as always, the Reverend DNA Afram, Jijo Nathaniel Achu Afram. Just look for DNA Afram on all social media handles, Facebook, YouTube, wherever. TikTok, anywhere. Just look for DNA from. You'd find me there. Just like and follow our page. Just share this link with somebody so that they will get used to our page also and learn a lesson or two from our program for today. Until we come your way again, let me say a very big thank you to our production crew, to Aaron. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you very much, Ernest, Mauli, Eric, Jones, Franklin. I think Darlington is in the house, and the only software among the hardware is Gail. She's also in the house. Thank you very much for being part of our show and putting this together. God richly bless all of us. Until you come your way again, it's been Perspective today. Have a lovely day and a lovely week. Thank you. Bye.
All right.
I'm modeling Jeffe,
Fafali Joyland.
Tacy Presla,
Laurentia Adaji Pelikem Alberta, the senior prefect of EPC Malco Girls.
and I endorse Perspectives. I endorse Perspectives.
It is a very inspirational and educational program.
I'm really touched. I've been touched by every single part of the story.
I pray you all watch it and it will help you.
You will never regret your time spent with us.
Keep watching and stay tuned to Dela TV.
Keep watching Dela TV.
Keep watching Perspective
My story and inspiration.
on Dela TV. God bless you.
To partner